Motivation feels powerful. When it hits, everything feels possible. You feel focused, energized, certain that this time will be different. But then something strange happens. Motivation fades, and when it does, so does consistency. If motivation really worked, you wouldn't need reminders. You wouldn't keep starting over. You wouldn't feel stuck in the same cycle. So why does motivation fail every single time? Because motivation was never meant to last. Motivation is an emotional spike, a reaction, not a system. It shows up when things feel exciting and disappears the moment things feel hard. That's the part nobody tells you. Motivation doesn't fail because you're broken. It fails because it's unreliable by design. Think about it. You feel motivated after a new idea, a powerful video, a burst of inspiration, but motivation doesn't show up when you're tired, when you're stressed, when life gets messy. And that's exactly when discipline is needed most. This is where most people get trapped. They wait for motivation to start, then wait for motivation to continue, then wait for motivation to return. And every time it disappears, they blame themselves. But the problem was never you. The problem was the strategy. Motivation works best at the beginning, but consistency is built in the middle. And the middle is boring, uncomfortable, repetitive. Motivation doesn't survive there. That's why relying on motivation creates the same cycle. You start strong, you feel inspired, you push hard. Then motivation fades, and everything collapses. Not because you quit, but because motivation left first. Here's the truth. Motivation is not a foundation. It's a spark, and sparks don't build fires by themselves. What actually creates consistency are the things that don't depend on how you feel. Your environment, your habits, your systems. Motivation asks, do I feel like doing this? Systems answer, this is just what I do. That's the shift. Disciplined people don't wake up motivated every day. They wake up in environments that make action easier. They don't rely on emotion. They rely on design. This is why motivation fails and why systems succeed. Motivation is reactive. Systems are automatic. Motivation requires energy. Systems conserve it. Motivation fades under pressure. Systems hold you steady when life gets heavy. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop chasing motivation. You stop waiting for the perfect mood. You stop blaming yourself for being human. Instead, you build around reality. You design your life so action happens even when motivation doesn't. And that's when consistency becomes real. Not forced, not painful, not dependent on how you feel. Just automatic. If part 1 showed you what discipline really is, this is why motivation was never the answer. And if this is changing how you think about consistency, you already know you belong here. Subscribe to Consistency Made Easy, where we stop chasing motivation and start building systems that actually last.